Okay, so um, good evening, everyone. I'm Pasidra, and I'll show you how I work with charcoal and graphite. I mean, I want to show you how I draw. This is to be brief what I want to say, what I want to do now. Okay, first, as I told you before, I wanted to talk about the material, what I use. Okay, what I use. Mostly for quick charcoal drawings, I use these stuff, these sticks, charcoal sticks. These are many types of charcoal. This one, for example, is it's vine charcoal. Vine charcoal is very interesting to work with that because it can make quick shapes and it can get very dark fast. I have many forms because you can have a variety of edges and size of strokes. This one, for example, I've made it with, I sharpened it. If you see, I have this side is kind of flat. I flattened it to have this kind of effect. And for this side, it's flattened, but it's kind of smaller, so I can have this kind of effect with the same stick. And if I use the sharp edge, I can have this variety of edges, of shapes. So this one is the same, and you can make it. You can have very interesting results using these. So yeah, when I start drawing, normally I use this stick first to have a quick result to see if things are good or not. So this is another piece. It's more squarish, I think, and I sharpened it this way because I can make some very interesting effects. I mean, it's all about experimentation. You can just try many things. This is not vine charcoal, it's willow charcoal. It's kind of darker, very dark, very dark. It can be interesting in some situations. We have compressed charcoal. Yes, this one compressed is it's very dark and very interesting when you see the effects. But these are different types of charcoal, and each of them has its interesting side and the less interesting side. This one, for example, the vine charcoal is not so dark, and it can be erased very easily, with the finger. You can erase it. So it's not permanent. It's not very good for permanent drawing. This one on the contrary is much harder to erase. You can smudge it. It can be interesting too, but it's hard to erase. So when you put a stroke with compressed charcoal, you will have a hard time erasing it. So you have to use it carefully. So this is it for the bars. And sometimes I use this stuff. It's a makeup material, I don't know, but it can be interesting for soft things. You see, if you want to have this result, it can be very hard to do it with the pencil and stamp and all. But this one can make it very quick. I have many sizes, and sometimes I have fun and put it on some sticks like this to have this kind of workflow. Sometimes I put charcoal powder to. I add charcoal powder like this. This charcoal powder. I have many. I have a little box where I put it. So you see, when I want to have a very quick result, I just add a bit of powder. Just put it here and see. This can be interesting. I mean, it's all about experimentation. You have to, when you work with charcoal, there are so many types of, so many ways of using it that if you don't experiment every time, you will not be used to it. And I don't use just this stuff. I can use my finger, and this is the fun part of working with charcoal, because I always wanted to draw like a child, like mess everything, put a mess on the paper and have a control of this mess. This is how I want to draw. So when I put this charcoal powder in my finger, I can have a very quick and dark result. Hard to control when you mess everything up on the paper, but it's fast and it's expressive. This is how I love art, when it's expressive. This kind of result will never have it this fast using charcoal pencils. So yeah, this is it for charcoal sticks and powder. Next, I'll talk about the pencils. I don't know. You see the sharpener, how I sharpen my pencil. This is a very, very interesting way to sharpen your pencils, because you can have a very wide variety of edges. I sharpen it like this because I care about edges. When I use these charcoal sticks, I care about values, quick application of values, right? But when I use my pencil, charcoal pencil, I think about edges mostly, because with this pencil you can have this kind of edge, very sharp edge. I will use that one, it's kind of darker. You have this edge, sharp edge, hard edge. I can have a firm edge, hard, firm, and can have a soft edge, fast. When I work with this grip, I can have a soft edge. You can make very quick drawings with the illusion of 3D when you have a wide variety of edges. So sometimes you'll see me working like this, so I will make some hard edges going anywhere, and I change my grip all the time, using firm edge, soft edge. This makes a very, very interesting result. I work with this with charcoal pencils, but I also use it with graphite pencils. I don't know about graphite, this is the same, but with graphite. Graphite is kind of more interesting in terms of control. You have a better control when you use these pencils. Graphite, it's the same thing, you use it, it's not so dark, but the quality, I don't know, it's kind of interesting. It's way very interesting. So yeah, this is it. I have a bit of small paper when I did it. This piece, for example, I made it using the same principle, just working with edges like this, and I make small figures fast using this method. So that's it. That's it for the pencils and charcoal. Oh yeah. Also, I use all these stuff, the stamp, all these things. Sometimes this to have some effects, but mostly it's what I showed you. This stuff. Okay, for the erasers now, I have many types of erasers. The first I want to show you is this one. You see, I've sharpened it the same way that I sharpened my pencils, because I have eraser. It's not to remove things. It's a drawing tool for me. It's a drawing tool. So I use it the same way. If I want to have some hard edges, this one is very subtle, but I hope you can see the difference. But I can use it in his side to remove the charcoal. Right? It's subtle, but I want it this way because the subtlety, when you are like close to the light shape, it's better to have subtle effects. This one is like this for subtle works. This one, the second one I wanted to show you. It's very interesting. It's a classic eraser, but I sharpened it this way to have many types of edges. This one, for example. If you see it, it's curved. You can have a soft edge using it. If you use this side, you can erase with another way. If you use this side, it's more pointy. For example, yes, you can erase like this. If you use this side, you can have that kind of effect. If you use this side, you can erase like this. If you use this flat side, you can massage the drawing. So you can erase, but it can be fun. The same way you apply the charcoal, the same way you remove the charcoal. So the workflow, I don't know if you can understand it now, but the workflow is very intuitive now. You can have fun when you draw, when you use that kind of material. So next, I'll show you this one. It's not an eraser, but it's a white pencil, white charcoal. I don't know how to call it, but when you draw it, it adds light. So I consider it as an eraser because it adds light. So for me, an eraser adds just light, and charcoal adds darkness. The same thing. So this one, I think you know it, is the electric eraser. You can have very interesting effects. You can draw with this. It's interesting for when you draw the eyes. You can have a very pointy. All right, this one, the Tombow eraser, everyone knows it. So, yeah. Oh, it's raining. Also, yeah, you can draw with this one, and it's very interesting. Not so cheap, but very useful when you draw. This one, this one is very interesting. I don't know. When you will see me using it, you will understand why I find this one Very, very interesting. So, okay, that's it for the material. If you have any question, you can ask now. So, yeah. This one, the kneaded eraser. I don't like this one too much because, yeah, it's interesting. You can have many shapes, and yeah, it can be interesting when you do your rough work. When you at the first stage of your drawing, it can be very, very interesting. But after that, I prefer to use my classic. You see, now you can see that I use very many things when I draw, but it's all about experimentation, and each of these uh, things has its use when I work. So that's it. This one is woodless graphite. I use it when I do my lanes. When I'm making lanes, it's very interesting. You have a variety of edges the same way, and it's light, and it's easy to erase. It's easier to erase. Yeah, graphite is easier to erase than charcoal at some point. So yeah, that's it. See you on the next part where I talk about the structure of the head. Yes.